Night of Champions is this Saturday, and don't expect a lot of champions. It's only 2 championship matches are going to be on this show. Back in my day, boys and girls, all the championships were defended, including the ECW championship. But Grandpapa, wasn't ECW from the late 1900s? Shut up, kid. Go play on your iPad. I was talking to Do-Rag Vince.
What's up, Holmes?
ECW, where we got the great champion, Jack Swagger, our hardcore champion.
I am the ECW champion. I am the face of this franchise.
All right, so let's get going with our Night of Champion predictions. But I noticed that it's almost like a weekend of Night of Champions in that there are 3 championship matches on SmackDown and another on Raw. So I figured we'd do all championship matches plus the entire Night of Champion cards. So where we start, let's start with the most obvious of obvious. We all know that it's a done deal, right? We're all on the same page that Cody Rhodes is going to win the King of the Ring, King Cody. Not that we all want him to win the kingship, but we all come on, Triple H. Triple H is sometimes he's predictable to a fault, and this is one of those times. Like, Cody Rhodes is getting the crown, and then he's going to go fight John Cena at SummerSlam. I would love for it to be Randy to get a really good juicy build-up for that feud once more, Randy versus John, but no, I'm thinking Cody, night 2, John Cena, so it's a formality. The best we're going to get out of this is it makes Randy Orton realize that he needs to become a heel in order to start winning championships, because I really hope, at this point, that Randy Orton becomes the 18-time champion, so we don't ever have to look back at that 17th win at WrestleMania 41. So, Cody wins because he's Cody. And then, of course, Cody then will go to SummerSlam and challenge for this belt. Or Cody, if you want, all you gotta do is comment below and you can challenge for this belt right here on my shoulder. This applies to everybody. Don't let Cody win. Don't let Cody win. I'm not Triple H. I'm not gonna let Cody win. This will be a fair drawing for everyone. So make sure that everybody, you comment below to prevent Cody from winning this belt. And you gotta subscribe to the channel, hit that bell, ding ding ding, notification as well. I'd appreciate it. I'd also appreciate a thumbs up. The thumb would appreciate a thumbs up. Up those thumbs, and you can win the belt. Gonna give it away at 20,000 subscribers on my quest to quit the day job and produce wrestling content full time, baby. All right, next match. Where do we go from here? Let's go to SmackDown. Let's actually do SmackDown first. We have the Wyatts versus the Street Profits. Now, I am not keen on this idea either, but I think SmackDown is going to have a lot of championships change hand. I'm saying the Wyatts are going to beat the Street Profits. I know the Street Profits just won the title, but if the Wyatts don't, then I don't know. The last time the Wyatts got pinned, it made them look super weak, and whether you like them or not, they're around. So I think Triple H lets the Wyatts win the belt, and we see the tag team division just throwing everything they got at the Wyatts, because the Wyatts seem to be neutral. They can be good, they can be bad. Everybody gunning for them, and so yeah, the Wyatts are my pick. Next up is Julia versus Zelina Vega. Zelina Vega, very happy that she won a championship. She's very underrated. However, I felt they sorely missed a great opportunity, because as good as she is in the ring, I think she's better on the mic, and they never really let her deliver. They never really gave her microphone time, and that is unfortunate. And I think Julia's gonna take it. They pretty much brought her up to be the next big thing on the SmackDown division, and this is, like she said in her own promo, a stepping stone onto bigger and better things. So, Julia, your next U.S. champion. Now we got a juicy one. We got a big old juicy one. We got Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax in a last women standing match. I do not believe that Nia's gonna win, and this is about their 43rd time fighting this year alone. So I'm hoping it is done. It is finito, and I think one way to finalize it is for Tiffany to actually win. She wins somehow. I could see her maybe they drop a bunch of stuff. They throw the table on Nia and they just pile style stuff on, and Nia is defeated. Tiffany barely stands up at like 8 or 9, and it's like, oh my god, I can't believe she did it. She overcame the Conqueror, Nia Jax, and then proceed with caution. Naomi comes out and will cash in on Tiffany right here because it's the perfect opportunity with Nia down and Tiffany pretty much at the brink of defeat already. Naomi, she will come and win the championship, and she's going to carry it all the way to SummerSlam. And that's right, I'm predicting such a chaotic SmackDown that all championships are going to change hands. Now let's skip the Night of Champions and go to Raw, because Raw will only have one championship match unless they put Dom versus AJ Styles on it, because that was taken off the table for Night of Champions, but I don't think they will. I think they're going to play up this injury angle just a little longer with Dominic Mysterio, and I'm saying, so we got the New Day versus Finn and JD McDonough, and I do not think the New Day are going to lose the titles right here. I think that they just needed to give the New Day a match so then they can milk the victory for another 2 or 3 months before they get another match. The New Day are not losing. I predict the New Day will be facing the Usos at SummerSlam, but that has nothing to do with this match right here. Probably something's going to happen where Dom costs Finn the match. There's some miscommunication. I don't know. They're both heels. Both teams are definitely heels, so it's how are they going to really do this? And yeah, so whatever the case, the New Day, they're walking out with the championships. Here's a bonus one. I could see on Raw, they announced that Roxanne Perez is going to take the place of Liv Morgan and become the champion with Raquel Rodriguez. I could definitely see that. There is a precedence of doing it. When Jade Cargill was out of commission and we didn't know that it was Naomi who had done it, they put Naomi in the tag team with Bianca. So, this makes even more sense because Roxanne Perez is part of the faction, so on a storyline level. So, I could definitely see Roxanne just kind of getting her way into this championship tag team championship team right here. And it will eventually, when Liv comes back, just mirror the storyline of last year's Liv and Rhea Ripley. It'll now be Liv will be playing the part of Rhea, and Roxanne Perez will be playing the part of Liv Morgan, and Dominic playing the part of Mr. Casanova. So now we're on Night of Champions itself, Saturday. We'll start with Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. This match was added last Monday, and it has no championship match whatsoever, but it is cool that Karrion Kross, the fans have we have cheered for him, we have rooted him on. He has been doing lots of social media stuff, and he has finally got himself a match on a major PLE. However he got on the card doesn't matter. The fact is, he is on the card and he's going to make the most of his opportunity. The good thing about Karrion Kross is he doesn't have to win to further his storyline. If you remember, back before the AJ Styles Logan Paul match, the Monday before that, AJ Styles fought Karrion Kross, and right before Karrion Kross got hit with the phenomenal elbow, he put his arms behind his back. Basically, he allowed AJ Styles to beat him. So, if Sami Zayn does pull out the win here, Karrion Kross can easily just say, I let you win. I wanted you to feel what a victory felt like. And Sami Zayn could get even more mad at him, and then Karrion Kross crashes out, beats him to a bloody pulp, and they fight again at SummerSlam. I think Sami will win right here because don't forget they are in Saudi Arabia, and Sami Zayn, he is the only talent that does speak Arabic. In Saudi Arabia, they love this dude, so this is a perfect opportunity. Karrion Kross can purposely lose, not look bad, and Sami can win and look amazing, and their storyline can continue after this. Raquel Rodriguez versus Rhea Ripley. This is an interesting one. I'm surprised they put it here. We have Evolution, an all-women's PLE right around the corner, plus the Saturday Night's Main Event, plus a SummerSlam, and this is the 6th match on the card, so I'm very, very surprised that they're doing it here. Like, I don't even understand the reasoning based upon Triple H's booking, but whatever the case may be, we have it here, and this is a very big opportunity for Raquel Rodriguez. Rhea Ripley is a made woman. She's made, right? She is a superstar, and she is now in a match where Raquel is trying to pretty much get that rub, get that shine from Rhea Ripley. She doesn't have to win, and she's not gonna win. Raquel is 100% going to lose. Well, I would say 95% gonna lose if Roxanne Perez helped her. If Roxanne Perez helped her, maybe that would spark Raquel to go to Adam Pearce and say, let her be my tag team partner. Huh. You know what? Ooh, do I change it? Do I change it and then they can have a rematch? Oh, yes. Ooh. I'm doing it. I'm calling it. Bold predictions here on WrestleChop. You heard it here first. I'm predicting Raquel Rodriguez winning this match with the help of Roxanne Perez, and they will go and have a rematch at Evolution. That's what we're doing. Ooh, buddy. Should I do that? I'm doing it. Stamp of approval. I chopped it. A chop of approval. Raquel Rodriguez is winning. Went from a 0% chance to 5% chance to she's winning the whole shebang. Now we do Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa. And I'm thinking I would love to give it to Solo Sikoa. He is so good. He is like low-key my favorite. And like, I'm really loving him. Him and Naomi and Chelsea Green, actually. They're like, I just want to group hug those three because they are doing such good character work. But unfortunately, I think Jacob Fatu is going to win here. You know, obviously, JC Mateo, hate that name, is going to try to get involved, and he's going to, like, get knocked down, or he's going to get knocked into Solo Sikoa. Jacob will get the pin, right? The real story here, though, is on Smackdown. What's going to happen? I think that's when Solo Sikoa, he reintroduces either Tunga Loa, our real tribal chief, and Tamatunga, or Hikuleo. Hikuleo is a giant who has been wrestling on Main Event for some reason and ready to go, and we really start to reform Solo Sikoa's bloodline, his family unit, whatever they're going to be called. And I think Solo and Jacob will go all the way to SummerSlam, but right here, Jacob Fatu, he's your winner with the prettiest moonsault ever. All right, now we're at the Queen's Crown. Remember when they called it the Queen's Crown? Like, just call it Queen of the Ring, dude. All right, so we're at the Queen of the Ring, and this one's very interesting. In fact, this is probably the most unpredictable one. Honestly, it feels like it could be Eddie. It feels like it could be straight up Eddie. Jade Cargill versus Asuka. Seems like Asuka versus Io is a no-brainer at SummerSlam, and if they just turned Asuka heel or even Io, then it's like, we don't even need the crown to do it. But if they are just dead set on keeping them both faces, which Triple H seems to love, his face battling faces. Like, this dude was a heel his whole career. How does he not know how to book heels better? But regardless, Asuka versus Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill, though, could definitely use this. She could definitely use this. Like, you can only make someone that has all this hype around them lose so many times or not win the big one so many times before, well, the hype just kind of goes away. And I'm thinking, though, we're going to give it to Asuka. I think Asuka's going to take it, but it's going to be because Naomi comes. She's already in Saudi Arabia. I say Naomi, who is the champion right now, because remember what I said, she cashed in, and I say Naomi comes in and costs Jade the match because Naomi does not want to face Jade Cargill, because don't forget, the winner gets a matchup at SummerSlam. And if Naomi's the champ, she's trying to avoid Jade Cargill. And it will be all for naught, because Io will win. She'll go on to face Io Sky, and unfortunately it'll be face versus face. But Jade Cargill's going to be so mad, she goes to Nick Aldis, and Nick Aldis is also super mad because now SmackDown doesn't get the Queen's crown, and he says to Naomi, like, nice try, but but you're still facing Jade at SummerSlam. And then Naomi's like, oh, curses, foiled again. If it wasn't for you and that little dog. I don't know what dog we're talking about. There are no dogs. Actually, Braun Breaker, I guess he's the dog, but he has no part of the storyline. Let's just move on and forget that I said anything about a dog. And now we are at the main event. John Cena, the Unseen 17 versus the voice of the voiceless, CM Punk. And what do we got here? We do have Seth Rollins, who could always be around, looming on the horizon with his money in the bank. And nope, don't think so. No cash in. I think this is going to be a straight up John Cena beats CM Punk. Actually, wait a second. Yeah, so John Cena is going to beat CM Punk, but we're going to have an attempted cash-in with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is going to try to cash in, and John Cena, he will pin CM Punk, and then what he'll do is he'll get to the crowd, blow a kiss, just like CM Punk blew a kiss as he went in the crowd and got away. So John Cena's going to blow a kiss to Seth Rollins, who fails to cash in the Money in the Bank. But he will still hold the Money in the Bank. It won't be like he didn't actually cash it in. John Cena was able to win and get out of Dodge. So John Cena wins. Seth tries to cash in. We get the kiss, but Seth still holds the briefcase and John still holds the title, and CM Punk is just, well, he lost. And maybe Seth, does a curb stomp on him or something. I don't know. You can always have LA Knight come out and stop Seth Rollins, too. Continue that feud. I can see that happening, too. LA Knight comes and stops Seth Rollins from cashing in, and that's how they go to SummerSlam. Boom, right there. John Cena still blows the kiss, but it's actually going to be LA Knight who prevents the cash-in with Seth, and now Seth is just irate with LA Knight, and those two are going to have a matchup at SummerSlam. There you go. Those are your bold and audacious Night of Champion weekend predictions. I want to hear some of yours in the comments below. Please tell me what you agree with, what you disagree with. Tell me any crazy theories you might have. Put it there, right there. Don't forget, you'll get a chance to win a belt every time you comment too. So, boys, girls, have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow for my AEW hot takes. But then we'll see you Friday for the stream. See you, bye.